Right. Gonna go out to the Lightkeeper and check it out. Damn, I'm out of Red Bull. Rip. Look at them bags under them eyes, bro. Woo. I forgot to put my necklace on. What? I like this chain because it's big enough that I don't have to take it off. Like I don't have to like disconnect it. I can just like slide it over. Well, I've got this from years ago. There we go. Nice and comfy now. How goes the raise, my dude? Well, this is my first one. We got Lightkeeper unlocked, so I'm about to go see what that's all about. I haven't done Lightkeeper on PvE yet. Holy wind. Goodness. How's everything going with you, bro? PvE killed Tarkov? No, it didn't. That's cap. No, it didn't. Nuh-uh. Oh, gosh. Can't get the scavs to go to the old gas station and customs? Bro, did you watch me do that? What I found is if for some reason if you transit from factory to customs and then wait like 10 minutes, you'll get scavs over there. Cheaters found and raid upgrades killed it. Yeah, I don't know that found and raid upgrades killed it, but it made it annoying. I think cheaters did kill it. Here's my thoughts. I tell this every day. I think that PvE retained a lot of players, but they're not on PvP anymore. So you got players that strictly just want to kill other players that are worse than them, and that's how they get their dopamine, and that's it. They don't care about looting. They don't really care about anything else. They just want to dog on people, and those people don't have anybody to kill now, and they actually have to have skill. So they're getting mad and going, oh, well, it's dead, and I can't find people in raids. Well, that means you got to play on auto servers. So yes, there's a lot less legit players playing PvP. But on the flip side, even if you, no matter which way you shake it, the large majority of PvE players still play PvP every start of wipe. So those guys are now staying on the game versus people that will go 5, 6, 7 wipes without playing. They're having an opportunity to stay in the know in the game and not feel disconnected. So there's a lot of people that are able to play the game more than if there wasn't PvE. Not to mention, you got to look at it from the developer's perspective. What do they want? A lot of people playing their game, right? They don't care if it's PvP or PvE. Don't matter. They just need people playing their game and buying their game and sharing it with their friends. So if there's a lot of people playing the game, even if it's on PvE, that still means that there's people playing the game, so it's not dead. So just because you think it's dead because you don't see people on playing PvE as much or PvP as much, doesn't mean it's dead. You know what I mean? Anyway. Introduction game? Well, if there wasn't a massive cheater problem, that could totally be that way. But there's too many cheaters and too many rats. The game's dead. I never see people on PvE. Why would you see people on PvE? You never see people on PvE? What are you talking about? You know how many people came into my stream and like, bro, play PvE, play PvE. And now, do you know how many people come in my stream like, bro, you're bad, so you play PvE. And it's like, you know what, bro? I'm level 65 in Kappa on PvP, and I did it in 45 days. I'm not bad. I just don't want to die to cheaters over and over. The loot sucks on PvP. Like, legitimately sucks on PvP. And I like looting, shooting with a light bit of fighting. I don't like fighting. Like, I want to actually, like, loot and have a good time and jam out with my friends. And you can't do that really on PvP anymore. And it used to be that you could play, like, servers that didn't have so crazy amount of players. But now, if you play it in a server that doesn't have a crazy amount of players, you don't fucking get a match. It's just, like, it's so hard to, like, play. Like, you have to play the sweaty servers or you can't get a match, which is fine, but not everybody wants to PvP all the time. Like, you gotta be able to make money, right? So, like, how are you gonna make money if there's shitty loot and you can't get on a server to make money? Like, the only way to make money on PvP right now is, like, looting bags and getting players' attachments. Like, oh, so fun. Oh, I'm chill, bro. SPT runs better? Oh, cool. I'm glad. Good for that. I'm not playing SPT. I'm playing Tarkov, brother. Exactly. You can actually fight bosses. Oh, and you don't have to go 300 raids. Dude, you know what? On PvP, I did 1,500 raids, and it took me 328 raids to kill Killa. Because every time I found him in raid, he was either killed by someone else, or he's in a weird spot from fighting someone else, or he didn't spawn, with a supposed 30% spawn rate. On PvE, I can kill him every time, just about. Like, he's killed me a couple times, but, like, I can find him and kill him just about every time. Just about every fucking time. Single player Tarkov? Oh, I'm good, bro. This is regular. This is real Tarkov. You know what I mean? I'd rather play the real game. I paid for it. I don't know why I'd go play another game. You know what I mean? Like, much love to you if you enjoy SPT, but I mean, SPT might be cool, but it used to be that SPT was mostly for like where banned players would go when they couldn't play the game anymore. You know? So it's kind of got a bad taste in my mouth just from that. Nah, I don't knock on anybody for playing it. It's just not, I'm not interested, you know? Just straight up. Let me shoot. Hey, can I have a kiss? Let me shirt. Hi. It's the same game, but 5 times faster? I mean, cool, man. My game loads pretty quick. I don't know. It loads pretty quick. I think you got a hardware issue, my guy, not a game issue. Like I said, I'm not knocking on it, but I'm not interested, brother. I'm not interested. You still have to own Tarkov to play SP Tarkov anyway. Why not just buy real Tarkov? You know what I mean? It's kind of silly to me. It's been so long since I've been out to Lightkeeper, bro. It's been like 2-3 years. I always end up like getting bored and getting Kappa before I get Lightkeeper, just because the quests are annoying. Like the COD thumbs are so annoying to find. I hate looking for the CO FDMs, bro. But on PvE, it's so easy to find them. If they didn't make the loot so shit on PvP, I'd play PvP. But it's literally the worst. Like, the worst for loot. As I'm going through. I don't know where to loot on this building anymore, so, like... Don't mind me, chat. I got the keys, but I don't know where to loot on Lightkeeper anymore. They made some changes. Safe is still locked after all these years, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man. I just started Tarkov. I found it absolutely insane that it costs $70 to play PvE. Okay. That's cool. Right on, dude. Ooh, a little GPU. Yeah, I think that it would be better if they made PvE the base game, you know? And then you could play PvE, but, you know, then they probably wouldn't get so many players to play the game, because most people that come to a game aren't going to want to play, like an FPS game, aren't going to want to play PvE. Although this game doesn't really cater to FPS players. It's more of a milsim. It's just there's too many people trying to make it like a competitive esports fucking sweatfest, in my opinion. I used to do it too, I get it, but it's like you're really just like trying to like seek validation from your peers, and it's just a waste of time. That's all PvPing and FPS is really about anymore, just trying to seek validation from your peers. It's not about actually having like skill at anything. Like, tell me, what skill sets does being good at games transfer to in real life? Like, there's some, but it's just not really, like, a lot, you know? Like, you need to actually go out and live life and get some skill sets before you become, like, a quote-unquote professional gamer, in my opinion. What happens if you can't game? You can't even do a stay-at-home job, then. You're fucked. You're cooked. You're totally cooked. You know what I mean? Wait, was that the marked room? That was it? Seriously? This is why no one goes to Lightkeeper on PvE. What the hell? Really? Like that was really it. Okay. Alright, right on. Isn't there like some loot at the beachhead down here? No? I don't know, it's been so long since I've been out here, bro. Oh, it was over here if I remember right. It's been so long since I've seen your face. Come on, Lennox. CMS kit. PvE save Tarkov from Marines? What do you mean? The KS-23? Oh, shit. Yeah, taking out the leggies. Just got Lightkeeper unlocked today, bro. Haven't done Lightkeeper. I don't know if you guys noticed, I was the third guy in the entire world to get Lightkeeper when they first launched them. And in that same wipe, I was the 5th guy in the world to get Kappa and the 3rd guy in the United States. It's pretty good wipe. You guys remember when there'd be landmines back here? Let's go talk it to the light to keep, see what's up. Got the little achievement, see? See if they added any loot around here. I don't think there is, but... Oh, I didn't... Wait, what? I didn't know there's a second way up. I never even paid attention to that. Down, down, down the ring of fire. The ring of fire. Let me loot.
Это ты?
I can't speak
Ну
Russian.
да, кто же еще? Прошел все испытания?
PvP and PvP just don't feel
Я
worth spending
смотритель. Думаю,
time
ты
on
слышал
anymore.
обо
I
мне.
get it. Yeah, I'm with you there,
Вести
boy.
дела со мной хочет каждый, но не каждому дано.
Blah, 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 blah. I don't care who you are.
Кто я в данный момент совсем не
Who I
важно.
am is not important.
Важно,
What
кто
matters is
ты
who you
и
are and why
зачем
you
ты
are
здесь.
here.
Я смотритель.
I am the light
Смотрю за
keeper.
всем и за
I watch
всеми.
over
И
everything.
все видят мой
All
свет.
can see my light.
В наше
So
неспокойное
dumb.
время самое главное — обладать нужной информацией. Информация порождает связи.
Information guy.
Связи дают возможности.
He sounds like a Russian.
Да, возможности менять окружение и, как следствие, реальность. В среде подобного рода базовая потребность человека — это выживание. Я не хочу просто выживать. Я хочу контролировать выживание. Для выживающего — да. Для того, кто обеспечивает выживаемость, все иначе. Мы встретились неспроста. Во всех событиях есть смысл. Случайностей не бывает. Ты сам искал
I wish
встречи
there's a
со
way to
мной.
skip through this shit, bro.
Ты задавал вопрос себе «зачем»? Приближенность к тому, для кого коллапс есть начало нового. Ты хочешь не просто выжить, ты хочешь контролировать ситуацию.
I want to escape from Tarkov.
Тарков и есть ты. Ты не можешь сбежать от себя самого, как не смог сбежать от себя самого я. Этому миру конец.
The world is ending.
Все
All
эти
these
жалкие
pathetic attempts
попытки
to hold
удержаться на
onto a
тающей
melting
льдине
ice.
в центре
Wow, Jesus.
бушующего океана. Все эти локальные стычки, лицемерие торговцев,
Some like
подстрекательство,
apocalyptic
насилие,
shit.
помноженное на насилие. Все это ведет к очень конкретному результату. Заката не будет. Будет перерождение. Ты не сможешь сбежать из
You will
Таркова.
not escape from Tarkov.
Ты ничего не понял. Это нормально. Я тоже сначала ничего не понял, когда они связались со мной. Нам пока больше не о чем говорить. Ты сам все поймешь со временем, распутывая этот клубок.
There we go. Got work for me.
Есть. Только не трать мое время зря. Отлично. Варианты есть. Отлично. Не сейчас. Всему свое время. Будет время, заходи.
Order from outside. Okay, I gotta hit all the vehicles. Is there one for lighthouse? No. Alright, let's go finish looting up. Let's go finish the looting up of the lighthouse. I'm gonna be real, the lighthouse loot is pretty bad. I don't even want to know how bad it is on PvP, bro. Nailed it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know that it's gonna even be worth doing on PvP if it's this bad on PvE, you know what? This is pretty bad. They need to at least make it like the train depot. I mean, there's lots of filing cabinets. I wonder if the filing cabinets are worth hitting. Maybe I'll take a second and hit them all. Couple bullets. Not really worth it. Yeah, this is pretty trash. I remember this room. There's like some stims in this room, right? Wow, this room used to be so good. It's okay, I forgot meds anyway, so it's perfect. Not really much for ammo either. Yeah, not a really good place to loot. That's pretty crazy. How many FPS and what specs, bud? On what PC? I have a dual PC. I'm getting 170 frames, and I'm on a 4090 with a 7800X3D on DDR5 with 64 gigs of RAM. Oh, that was pretty bad for loot. That was pretty bad for loot. Not gonna lie. It's pretty bad. Oh, can run. Nice. I'm not taking it, but no, I don't want it. Don't want it. PvE means player versus environment. It means no other real players, just environment, which is just AI and everything. There's PMC AIs. A lot of people stayed playing the game instead of quitting due to the cheater problem and the lack of loot and PvP because they had PvE, because the looting's better and you don't die to cheaters and you get to still play the game. It doesn't, but that I understand why you might think that if you just only like the PvP. You know, you should probably go play like Call of Duty or Fortnite if you're really obsessed with PvP, brother. It's a milsim extraction looter shooter. It's not supposed to be a PvP game. It's just supposed to have elements of PvP. People are trying to make this like a competitive, hardcore, fucking FPS esports game, and it's not even like an esports game, you know? Like, you go play Arena if you want that, you know? Yeah, there's a cheater problem. I put 1,500 raids in 45 days of this wipe and got level 65 in Kappa, and I had over 30, so 37 in total cheater confirmations. And then I had another 15 that were not confirmed that I looked up that got banned after I reported them. But they didn't get confirmed. Like, they weren't like ban wave or hardware banned. Like, their accounts were just banned. But I didn't get a notification or compensation for it. But if you write them down and you keep track of it, there's a website called Tarkov ban list. You can actually look up players' accounts if they've been banned in the last couple years. So I use that to see, you know, I randomly will check on my list and see, you know, who's on there. It's actually more than 15. I actually rounded it down from 18 because I assume that there's going to be some people that use the same name. Play Gray Zone? No, I'm good. I played that for about 1,500 hours, brother. It's a Snorefest. I don't know why you're toxic, brother, but I'm just gonna like not let you talk unless you're gonna be positive. How much is PvE? I don't know. You have to look it up in Battle State, brother. The whole appeal aspect is the survival, which is significant. Is lost when significant boost when fighting players. Yeah, sure. I agree. Unfortunately, it's not a perfect world, and there's too many cheaters in Tarkov to really enjoy it without having that element. I play PvP too, but the loot just sucks on PvP, and I enjoy looting, so. God damn. AI PMCs looted everything. Hey, thanks for the likes. We do have full screen on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook if you guys want to check it out too. Ooh, a little bitty. See, already I've gotten more loot in this building than I did in the entire lighthouse. That's ridiculous. Why do they nerf it so bad? Maybe because of cheaters? No, not on PvE. I don't understand why they would even do that. Yeah, I think PvE is like 20 bucks after you buy the base version. I'm not 100% though. I had EOD and Unheard, so I didn't buy it individually. Chat, just so you know, the reason I muted that guy is I don't want to be accused of rage baiting. I don't want people to be nasty in my chat. So if you're going to be nasty, you're just going to get muted, you know what I mean? If someone's nasty a bunch of times, they get banned, you know? It's just, you know, logic, common logic. Don't be a dick. Not that hard. the like. Hey, man, I appreciate that. 999. I gotta get it to 1,000, bro. There we go. Appreciate you, brother. Hey, is it Crouton? Thanks for likes as well. 67, I appreciate the likes, brother. My boy's got the auto clicker finger. I don't have time to go out to the rogue encampment. You know what? Yeah, 11 minutes. I don't have time. I wish they would add ref to PvE. This guy over there. Shred eliminated. Oh, while I'm looting, it like makes sound. That's weird. Like the bushes. Oh, I think this is the one that was hitting the safe, probably. What a bunch of junk. I mean, the PMCs need to actually loot something tangible, bro. How do you... Hold on. Loon? What? Can you re-ask that, brother? Where's that PMC going, bro? I think he's extracting. I gotta catch up to him. I think that you do like a hyperspeed thing when you're not looking sometimes, bro. Yeah, bro. It's all good. I think you're saying, how do you loot at exfils? Yeah, you're gonna want to retry that. I don't I don't know what you're saying, brother. I'm not 100% what you're asking. Oh, this one's ammo hunting, I guess. Come on, have some BP. No, of course not. That'd be too convenient. We got 8 minutes. How do you look at exfils? Oh, double tap O. If it's default. They do? It's unsettling. What are you talking about? Try any labs? Yeah, I was doing labs last night. No, this is Tarkov PvE. I don't play SVT. I really try to stick to like official vanilla games and not really play modded games. It's not really my thing. Nothing against people that do, it's just not really my thing. I got into a little bit of modded like Fallout and modded I'm drawing a blank. Oh, ready or not? I haven't noticed any difference at all. Was I supposed to get something in particular different that you're looking for? Oh, you're talking about the AI, you mean? Maybe? Or I'm assuming? They've had like 2 or 3 updates since then, so. I mean, I like the horde mode better And the scavs aim are cracked out of their fucking mind now. I like the horde mode. Just get all the scavs out of the way, you know? Like, they could have just tweaked it and made it to where, like, the scavs were maybe, like, not just respawning over and over. You know? Just only aggroed from the area. And they did limit it to, like, 30 meters instead of, like, a huge radius. And now the scavs aren't spawning as much. So I went from getting, like, 22,000 XP a raid to, like, 5. So for me, like... I mean, I'm level 61 on PvE and 65 on PvP. Like, I'd rather have the extra XP. You just have to be smarter, you know? You can just run around and... I mean, I still feel like the PMCs kind of beat me. Personally. That's why I play nighttime. Also, you get better frames at nighttime. Yeah, I don't like playing the local because the bosses are pretty much 100% spawn rate. Which is nice, but when you're tasking or you're just trying to loot, it's like, holy crap, chill out. Like when you're trying to play with your friends and teach them how to task and shit, it's nice that it's not like that. So I kind of got used to, like if I want to fight bosses, I'll go on local. Like Labs is probably really good on local. I need to try that later, actually. I haven't tried Labs on local. I'm curious now. All right, we got our first 2 Lightkeeper tasks on PvE. Let's go. You got a little GPU out there. That was nice. Appreciate the likes. I remember when GPUs were like worth something though, and that was nice. You guys remember that? Like many moons ago. Many moons ago. I don't really play with people I don't know, brother. Sorry. PvE didn't save Tarkov? I think it did. I think the community was already split, and there was a lot of people that were already quitting, and it retained a lot of people in the game. You just don't see it on PvP, because it's a different game mode. I think a lot of people play on PvE and PvP, and they play every wipe start, and then they quit playing just like they normally would, but now they retain playing on the game because they don't have to die to cheaters all the time. They can just casually play with their friends or play after work. I think there's a lot of casual players, not myself being one, but I mean, I consider myself casual, but I play like full time. I don't work anymore, I'm retired. But before I was retired, I used to work full time. I was a blue collar worker, making 140 grand a year. And, you know, I never would have had time for Kappa. Just, I never would squeeze it in. But despite that, I still managed to do it. But boy, it took a lot of work and a lot of, time away from my kids. And that's not healthy. So if you want to be able to have any kind of life outside of Tarkov, I think PvE is great. I play both though, brother. Yeah, well, I had over 50 cheater confirmation, or 37 cheater confirmations, 50 total. I had 18 cheaters that did not get a confirmation, but I looked up their name on on the ban tracker site. So you could say you run into little to no cheaters all you want, but I play on NA all the time, and I run into them very regularly, and I've got proof of it. So don't really care what your opinion is. I'm glad that you don't feel like you run into cheaters, but you're either mistaken or incredibly lucky. Or just don't know what you're talking about. Or you're also a cheater and just gaslighting. Probably the main case right there. And you just don't run into any rage cheaters. How would you know that you're not running into cheaters if they're not aimbotting and rage hacking? How would you possibly know that? I think you just don't know what you're talking about, bud. What the fuck? Why are these numbers all whacked like that? There we go. The junk box. All right, where do we want to go next? Survive on. I gotta survive on all the vehicles. Is it all? It's not in one raid though, right? Locate and obtain the electric jammer at the electrometer warehouse on reserve. Order from outside. Let me look this up. Oh yeah, I remember this. Oh, this one's got a bunch of spawn points. That's irritating. Wait, I don't remember this task. This must be new since I got Lightkeeper last. I remember the little box. I don't remember stashing it on woods though. Okay, that's no big deal. All right, let's change the keys around. Set keys. Little painkiller action. I'm going to reserve, so I don't need food. I probably ought to bring another magazine. Yeah, be smart. This guy says that's because you're bad at PvP. Literally better than this guy. Best map? Uh, Best map for what? 67? I made 60 mil 2 days in a row on streets just farming the marked rooms for labs keys. So if you're looking for best money, streets. I was a roofer for 8 years. I grew up working on a ranch. I was a commercial and residential roofer for 8 years. I did not grow up on the ranch. I worked on the ranch. And I did draw knifing and logging. And maintained a dentist 4-H ranch. And then helped build it as well. And cleared all the land. And then I did a lot of equipment operating in that, and then I did a lot of equipment operating as a roofer too, because I lived in Alaska. And then I moved to Seattle, and I went through a 5-year apprenticeship in the sheet metal union, doing HVAC and roofing and siding, metal roofing and siding. And I did that for 8 years total. And then my wife retired me at 28, and right around COVID hit, I started a construction business, and COVID started in Seattle, and no one wanted anybody to work in their home, so I had to shut down, and then we moved to Florida, and I've been here for a few years. And I was gonna be a life coach and just coach people on, life decisions. I moved out at 15, so I have a pretty unique perspective on life for today's society. But I did a lot of sports too. I was very athletic, and fortunate and blessed that I was able to get a lot of old folk that were willing to sponsor me, because they knew they saw me at practice at 4:30 in the morning, swimming 10,000 meters alone with just me and my coach. And they saw something in me, so they were willing to sponsor me. So that's how I was able to pay for sports. And yeah, married a really good woman, and she became an entrepreneur with me, and we were both really into self-development. And then the gig that we were kind of doing together didn't really pan out for us, and she decided to kind of do her own things while I was working, and that kind of turned into one thing to another, and we both really wanted me home. I hated the construction life, and she kind of had a dream to retire me, so she retired me. You're taking a shop class? Nice, dude. You want to be a welder? Welding's good. Welding's good. You can go into a lot of trades from that. Are you in high school right now, or? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. What is pushing me? Is the hideout worth it? I just got the game, but don't own PvE. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%. Why did they push me so hard and then just fuck off like that? Oh, shit. I'm afraid he's gonna nade me. Worth it for what, though? Like, what's your specific question? Hey, boy, let's just try to be positive today, man. You know what I mean? There's been enough negative people in the chat, bro. I know they're trash.
Contact.
Oh, I broke my leg. What's it used for? Leveling, making money, your skills. You can strengthen endurance, crafting your hideout items, task items. It's like endless. Oh, that's a wire spool. I wish I had a scope. I'm kind of trapped. I mean, I can bail out the back, but I got cover here. Yeah, man, it's really useful. The biggest things are the air filter. So you can't see everything in your hideout, but if you go to the bottom of it, you notice you can... Jesus. You can scroll back and forth between all of the items that are available, or not available too. Like, you have a solar panel, you have a generator, the air filter, the workbench, so you can edit presets and build your guns easier. Intelligence Center will help you get your scav cooldown faster and better prices at the car evacs. The air filter will help you level your physical skills. The resting space will help you with negative effects and like regenerating in your hideout, like your health and food and water. The library will help you get a lot more XP per raid, so you can level more quickly. It's a quite useful thing. It's just very grindy. On PvP, I would say it's more important than PvE, honestly. Yeah, at the moment we're playing PvE. Kind of trapped by these AI PMCs right now. Especially since they made the hideout upgrade. Oh, stop it. Get over yourself, bud. How do you get UPVE? Damn, that was hard to read. You just buy it through the BSG website. I get the appeal of it. It's too predictable, not for you. That's okay. Don't bother me none. You're welcome to have your perspective, brother. All good. You just don't gotta be like some people and shitting on everybody else's, cereal, you know what I mean? Where is that ass hat? Oh shit! I don't need to. I'm gonna like be in the scav army here. I need to get out of here. Why not take his gun? I don't really need it. I have so many, like, I have like 150 mil rubles. I don't really like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really need it. Could not see him for shit. Yeah, facts. It is full of cheaters, bro. Labs is really bad. What? You know what, dude? You're being toxic to my chat, bro. I'm just gonna mute you. Don't come in my chat and start talking shit to people, bro. It's just not okay. First thing he does, he goes, ew, PvE, and then he starts talking shit to everybody. Like, dude, like, you're not hijacking my chat. Go hang out in your own chat, my guy. You're just trying to farm my viewers for your fucking page, bro. Not cool. Oh, I don't want to fight them. I have a job to do. No. I got a job to do. Fuck off. Fuck off. I don't know what that was, if that was PMZ or not. I think it was, but I'm not interested in that. Not in that spot. Yeah, bro. That was like a bunch of them there. I'm like, nope. That's a bad spot. I'm gonna die. In that moment, he realized he fucked up. They're chasing me. These guys are legendary grenade throwers. They should be quarterbacks, bro. Ah, bro, so, don't be toxic back, bro. You know what I mean? Like, just ignore that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I appreciate it, but he was being pretty toxic, you know. But I don't want to trade one toxic person for the other, bro. By all means, you know what I mean? Here's the thing, like, I don't mind if someone wants to, like, shit on PvE, but don't shit on people's experiences and be a dick, you know what I mean? That he was being a dick to you after he's a dick to me, so it kind of told me he's just a dick. So, like, just try not to be him is what I'm saying. Oh, shit. I'm just trying to survive. Elitism? What are you talking about? Grayson, I don't really play with guys I don't know, buddy. Please be respectful of that. Think we can agree on this? You just took it the wrong way, just didn't read it fully? With what, James? To the other guy? No, he was being hella toxic, and then he was fucking asking, like, people to come hit him up and play with him and shit after being toxic. Yeah, Pilot. Yeah, Pilot, Ian, I 100% agree with you, bro. Yeah, if the guy was like, came into my chat, started talking shit. Oh, man. And then I opened a dialogue with him instead of shitting back on him. And then he started talking shit to one of my viewers. And I'm like, no, dude, like, get out of here. Like, and then he's like trying to get people, like, he's got a gaming profile. And then he's trying to get people to come play with him on labs, saying there's not a cheater problem. So he's probably a cheater carrying. You know? So he's going to other people's communities, trying to get people to, like, oh, yeah, bro, there's no cheaters. Trust me, I'll just kill them all for you. They're not cheating. I killed them. You know? Like, the best of the best players right now are saying there's a cheater problem. Like, the best players in the world are saying there's a cheater problem. So you're gonna gaslight and say that there's not a cheater problem, and then offer to take someone's labs with you, when the worst map for cheaters, pretty damning, you know, like, that's kind of like, I don't know. You could say you got put in the corner, that's fine, just don't be disrespectful about it, you know what I mean? Don't be demeaning. I don't wanna stoop to his level, you know what I mean? I can't ask him to not be a toxic POS and then turn around and be a toxic POS, you know what I mean? I will match someone's energy, but I don't wanna, like... Anyway, that's enough about that. Oh shit, I got a task to do, but I gotta go back. Drove PvP players to be elitists? What? What the fuck? How do you get that conclusion? What? Elitists? What are you talking about? Come on, bro. How did you get to that conclusion? Oh my. I mean, I'm open-minded, but like I don't see it, bro. Like, enlighten me. Oh, great arbiter. Yeah, I don't know that they willingly discard the cheater problem. You know, okay, so here's the thing. Do I think they make money off of cheaters? Yes. But I think that they hurt themselves more in the long run by driving people away from their game because of the cheater problem. I don't think that they make more money selling the game to cheaters than they would if the game blew up and everybody was playing it. I just don't. I really don't. That's just my opinion. I mean, from playing games my whole life. I gotta, like, I'm gonna finish my thought, then I gotta focus on finding this item, okay? My thoughts are this. What game doesn't have a cheater problem in 25? Exactly. But if you talk about cheating too much, like, yes, we have a cheater problem, blah, 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 right? Now everybody's like, oh, okay, well, then we'll just cheat too. You can't beat them, join them, right? Like, it's the same when I explain things to my chat about how cheats work and what cheaters do. I almost am, like, cringing because I don't want to educate people on how to, okay, this is how you tell what a cheater is. They're like, oh, okay, now I'll just hide that. So, like, oh, you can see my KD, so I'll just KD tank so I don't have 144 KD. Or, oh, you can see my survival rating and this and that. So I'll, you know, cheaters, like some cheaters can actually change their stats. Like all of them. Like they can give themselves 100,000 hours. Like literally, like all kinds of stuff. Like there's so many things that they can do. And so there's like a fine line of not wanting, and a lot of content creators are afraid or cautious about talking about cheating because they don't want to add fuel to the fire. So it's like, how do you not add fuel with the fire, but still talk about it and not educate people on how to do it, but warn against it? It's a really, really tough situation, man. Am I in the right? I feel like I'm in the wrong building. I'm in the wrong building. I gotta go across. The biggest problem is that they get banned. They just buy another account. Yeah, well, here's the thing. This wipe, BSG stopped hardware banning. Like, unless people are, like, repeat offending. You know? Because what happens if you just instantly ban cheaters, the cheater developers will test it before they sell their cheat. And also, not just them, but their player base, their cheater player base will. And they're like, oh, okay, well, this got me banned, so don't do this. Don't loot through walls, you're gonna get banned. Don't use aimbot and be blatant, you're gonna get banned. You know what I mean? And then they stop doing those things, or they hide it. Yo, what up, Naruto? So it's like, if you just ban people instantly, that happens. So my stance on it has been this over the last 3 years. I've been saying this. You need to make gaming needs to be more personable, and there needs to be real serious consequences for what people are saying online and what they're doing, because there are real life consequences. You know, there's people like kill themselves for what they find online. I don't know if you remember like that weird face that was all over the internet. It was like actually making like kids off themselves. Like it was a serious deal. Like I don't even care if I lose the algorithm for talking about it. I'm gonna talk about it. Like, there's real life consequences with people, what they say and do on the internet. So my opinion is that there needs to be real life consequences for what people say and do on the internet. If you say you're gonna go bomb someone's family, you should be, you know, that you're a terrorist. You know, like, you should be held accountable for what you say and do. Oh, well, it's a little kid saying it. Well, then don't let your freaking kids on the internet. That's simple, right? And my thoughts on this are, you're not going to be able to necessarily stop hacking initially, but I do think you can stop repeat offenders. If you force people to have a government issued ID before they play in a game that attaches their identity to the game, if they get banned, now their identity's banned, not some hardware that they can change, you know. So now if they want to cheat and continue cheating, they would have to commit identity fraud. So they would have to commit a federal felony, an offense, and impersonation. So they would actually have to commit a federal offense to cheat at that point. So you can't, they won't make cheating online illegal because it's just not taken seriously enough, unfortunately, yet. But you can make people have to commit a crime in order to cheat. But no one's willing to do it because they don't want the liability if that information gets leaked. In Florida, if you want to watch corn online, like on some sites, they make you use your ID. And the same thing happened with that particular site I'm talking about. I just watched a story on it. They shut down. Like, you got to use a VPN, you know, like, to get around their shutdown in Florida. And I think it's a W thing because, you know, I don't want my little kids getting on those sites. Stuck on the PMC killer on the mountains. Oh, I'm gonna be there soon, bro. That's brutal. Are you in PvP or PvE? People don't realize. I believe what you're talking about. Yeah, I just didn't want to say it. People are going on WhatsApp and yeah, and telling their kids they're yeah, exactly. Bro, Curry, I should have taken it, but I have so much ammo, bro. I have so much ammo in my hideout. Honestly, I wasn't paying attention. Was it a 60? It was just a small pack, wasn't it? Yeah, it's not a big deal. I need to find this task item. Hold on. Okay. So we're looking in boxes, under tables. Oh, looks like all the spawns are in that one room, actually. Okay. Yeah, not picking up the BP. Oh, I thought you said BS. Yeah. Okay. Where's the doorway? Oh, we gotta go down another floor. So it could be in a box. There's dynamic looting now, so I don't have some of this like stuff as a. There it is. Yeah. I don't even pick up 7. I hate 545, bro. Like, legitimately hate 545. It's just not my caliber. I don't know if he's gonna throw a nade. I'm gonna take a second. Oh, he's coming. Back off, bro. I didn't even know they threw that grenade. They kill themselves? Oh, not like that, bro. Bro. Oh, shit. God damn, I'm almost dead. That was such a bad nade. Yeah, that's just my opinion, though. You know, like, I think the cheater problem is a little bit more in-depth than people want to talk about. What's up, baby? I like your hair. Damn, they were tanking. I gotta resituate my ammo here. I might be dead. How am I not dead? Yeah, you know, here's the thing. I agree that wow, what the heck? I agree cheating should be a like they should there's some like accountability that needs to be held like but here's the problem. I also don't agree with death penalties because like for one like all life is precious. All life is precious. Even a murderer's life is precious. Every life is precious, regardless of what you do. And I also think it's letting someone off easy if you just kill them too. But my major problem with like the death penalty or criminalizing video game cheating is what if they're not cheating? What if they're not actually a murderer? Right? Just my same problem is with like I think it should be a felony to accuse someone of rape if you weren't actually. But the problem therein lies is also what if the party that the accused party, what if they're innocent, or what if they threaten that person, right? Like there needs to be a lot more faith in the system of investigating than there is for me to be okay with those sorts of punishments, like especially with AI and people who plant evidence, you know, like if you know how to plant the right evidence, you can be pretty convincing, you know, and that's a really scary place to take someone else's life or make them a criminal if they didn't actually do it. I think there's probably millions of people that are unjustly arrested, and I myself have experienced that, and you know, improved it, and nothing happened to the officer. Like they're just like, ah, whatever. I guess we didn't prove he's guilty, and it's like, wait, what? Like, that's messed up. It is a felony to make a false report, but how do you prove that? I've never once heard of anybody ever going to prison for it. I mean, I'm sure it's happened, but not in majority of states. And that's my main concern with that kind of stuff. Like, one of the reasons I'm glad I moved away from Seattle, there was a case where some robber tried to break into a house, and a little old lady was inside, and he fell through the skylight and broke his back. The robber did. And he sued the little old lady and won. So, like, you just got a green card? I've never found a labs card in a reserve marked room. That's crazy. PB is the only time you use your keyboard? What are you talking about? DNA tests on a girl, almost exclusive confession from the accuser. Yeah, but even if someone can... Okay. So, even if you have a confession, the system is so corrupt, how do you know that they were not badgered into it or threatened into it, right? Like, hey, if you don't admit this, your family's done. You know what I mean? Like, the world is so freaking corrupt. You know what I mean? Like, how do you know that? Oh, damn, okay. Big boy out there. Oh, G28, let's go. Anyway, I also, like, I struggle because, like, alright, I don't know if you guys know who Paul was in the Bible. I mean, he was, like, basically Hitler, man. I mean, he didn't do, like, mass genocide. I mean, I don't think there was enough people in the world to do what Hitler did back then. But, you know, he ran around murdering Christians that believed in Jesus. Just for believing in Jesus and not, you know what I mean? Like, and then look at Paul, who became in the Bible. So while I think murder and doing wrong is bad, I think that we have to be careful to not rob God the opportunity to make someone right. And that's why I am conflicted with things like the death penalty. You know, while it's egregious what they did, isn't their life kind of for nothing if it's not turned into good afterwards? Like, oh, they got punished too. Like, okay, like that's good, I guess, but wouldn't it be more impactful if that person spent the rest of their life doing something good? Now, I realize that that's not going to be the case for most people. But I know it's happened, and I'm conscientious of it and sensitive to it, I guess. I'm not saying I have the answers. It's a conversation point. It's just something that I'm like, man, gosh. I feel the same about abortion too. Like, man, I'm like, I believe that life starts with conception and all life is precious. And women can say it's their body all they want, but it's not. That child doesn't belong to them. They belong to God. And regardless of the situation, when you have an abortion, you're robbing God the opportunity of making something beautiful out of that. Now, I do realize there's some cases where, you know, the woman might die, or, you know, maybe it was grape, or maybe they're underage. I understand those are sensitive topics, but sheesh, man, it doesn't make that life any less valuable. Like, think about what would happen if Albert Einstein had been aborted, or Donald Trump had been aborted, or Elon Musk had been aborted. You know what I mean? Like, think about like all the people that have found cures for diseases have been aborted. And look at their stories. Like Elon, he was a freaking immigrant. He came from not much. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he didn't have something, you know, like, but he wasn't like a billionaire at birth, you know, like. Your God gave us the diseases? No, he didn't. Our sin separated us from God and gave us diseases. God didn't want us to have diseases. Our sin did that. And he came from a multi-millionaire family? Yeah, but not a billionaire family. That's why I said I'm not saying he didn't, like, he was like a self-made millionaire, but... You're very combative, brother. You're welcome to give your opinion in chat and stuff, but I really don't like the combative attitude, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta chillax. Just a chill vibe stream, you know? So who created the world? Bad and good? God didn't create bad. That's the devil. The devil was God's right-hand man. He was his most beautiful angel. And he was jealous of God's power. And because of that, he sinned against God. God cast him down to earth. Into the pit of hell. And because he hated God for that, because he felt like, okay, God loves these people over me, he infected Eve with wicked thoughts and convinced her to eat of the apple of the knowledge of good and evil. And because of that, she convinced her husband to do the same. And because of that, they became aware of evil. God protected them from all that. But because they didn't trust God, and God wanted us to have free will to choose him over sin, God allowed us to make our mistakes. But because God loves us so much, still, even though we separated ourselves from him, he sent his son to die on the cross for us so he could pay for our sins. So we no longer have that sin debt blockading us from access to God, but because God still loves us and gave us free will, he still doesn't force us to take that sin debt payment. Oh, I know it's true. There's lots of proof of biblical evidence of things that have happened in the Bible. And you don't know that it's not true. But let me ask you this question, OVR. If I'm wrong, what happens to me? Nothing, right? If you're wrong, what happens to you? I'd rather be wrong and turn into nothing than wrong and spend eternity in hell and in fire, brother. When you run into somebody like me that, oh, I am dead. I am actually not going to make it out. Hold on. When you run into someone like me that's actually had real hardship and real trials in life that have required faith to physically survive, they're going to have a totally different perspective than you're going to run into people. You can say whatever you want, brother. You're not going to infect me. If you want to talk and get perspective, I'm happy to talk to you. The Bible says not to argue with a fool, and the definition of a fool is someone who doesn't have Christ in their heart. So I'm not going to argue with you, man. And you got to be respectful in the stream. But if you want to understand perspective or where I'm coming from, I'm happy to explain. Those are the ground rules for this conversation, brother. You're welcome to hang out and chat. You're welcome to talk, but you're not going to hijack my stream and be a jerk, you know? It's that simple. Everyone goes through hardship, buddy. You're not the only one. Did I ever say that I was? I said when you run into someone like me that's experienced the kind of hardship that I've experienced, they're going to have a totally different perspective. Not a lot of people go through the kind of hardships that I grew up going through. Oh my gosh, we're out of ammo. Oh my, dang, bro. More raiders spawn that late? Oh, because I popped the power switch. That's crazy. Dang it. Oh well, GG's. I had my task item I was trying to get out with. I didn't even think about freaking raiders, bro. I was out of ammo. Rip. Everyone's allowed their beliefs? Yeah, exactly. Well, faith didn't get me through it. God did. I just exercised faith getting through it. I don't believe in religion. The Bible says faith comes by hearing and hearing by the word of God. You can't build faith in God if you don't hear it, if you don't listen to it. Christ can't work in your heart unless you're willing to humble yourself and have an open mind. It's just not going to happen. You know what I mean? It's just not going to happen. And I don't hate on anybody for what they believe at all. You can believe whatever you want, as long as it's not involving hurting my family and me or others. But it would be remiss of me to say it's not important to me that what other people believe, because I truly believe that you're going to spend eternity somewhere. And it's important. And God commands me to care about it. And I don't want to emotionally manipulate people into believing one thing or another. So I'm very careful about how I explain my past to people, because I don't want to emotionally compel someone to believe in God. I want someone to believe in God because that's what they've been prompted to by the Holy Spirit, not because of something I said. So I'm very careful to talk about my testimony in a way that I don't want to emotionally motivate someone to do something. And I think sometimes people are trying to emotionally motivate people or fear-monger them, like, and that's why I'm careful. Like, I don't want to fear-monger people into believing in God. Oh, you're going to go to hell. Like, I mean, that's true. I believe that if you're not a born-again, saved believer in Christ. But I think there's a lot of deception out there, and I don't ever want to fear-monger people, you know, because ultimately you're not trying to go to heaven so you can get out of going to hell. You're supposed to want to go to heaven because you love God and you appreciate what he did for you on the cross. And I think sometimes a lot of people have a construed, oh, I'm trying to save my own skin and I don't really care about God. And that's what sets them up for failure in their relationship with God later. And ultimately ends up driving people away from God, is the fear-mongering that happens in churches and on platforms too. And I don't want to be a part of that. I don't think that's God's way or it's holy. We're supposed to be known by Christ's love and compassion. I'm not very good at that. I'm very selfish. So I don't really talk about God a whole lot unless other people bring it up. Yeah, the super churches are pretty bad. You know, when Christ came back, one of his number one things he did is he talked to the Pharisees and Sadducees. And what they were is, think of like the modern day super church pastors, right? Or even like the Crusades. right? Um, like the popes, right? They were like out in the streets, oh God, blah, 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 and they were just like speaking nonsense. Like they were saying things, but they, you know, they were vain. You know, they were just they were there for show for other people. They weren't there worshiping God. And God's like, you need to worship me in private. You know, this is all just worthless stuff. And Jesus called them out. And ultimately, that's why they wanted to crucify him, because he made them politically look bad. You know, it was all about politics and money, and the churches were all marketplaces. Christ went in there and started turning over tables and said, you're making my house like this place about making money and not about helping people. And the Catholic churches are really bad about that nowadays. They're like, oh, you did this? Okay, you got to come confess to some preach. That doesn't say that in the Bible. You're supposed to make your confessions to God, not to some priest. Some priest can't save you. Only faith in Christ can. And they read the same Bible, but they spew lies. And that's what pisses me off. I think there's a lot of people that are going to go to hell that believe in religion instead of God. Anyway, we don't have to talk about this anymore. If you guys have questions, you're always welcome to ask me. I spent a lot of time learning this stuff. But I don't want to vomit it all over people. You know, I'm here to play video games and chat, you know. I am by no means a perfect person or trying to project that someone's a worse person because of me or the God I believe in or God I believe in. So, how long have you been streaming? Since around 2020-ish, 2021. Thanks for asking. What game is this? Escape from Tarkov. I'm sorry I missed your comment earlier, buddy. Thanks for commenting to him. Is it Cremo? How does the flea work in PvE? Identical to PvP. It's just different increments of value. Like they're like worth, like the values are worth different. Think of how early wipe is when everything had to be found in raid. Like values of things. That's kind of how it is in PvE. Ironically, it's easy to find everything on PvE, but there's a lot of people that have a lot of money and don't want to go find it, and you can just buy it off flea. People know that, so they post it for exuberant prices, exuberantly high prices. I didn't bring packing ammo again. Like dorm mark room key, last I checked, were like 1 million. And then on what up, Blix? And then on PvE, they were like 20 million for like a 14 to 20 mil for a full use dorm marked room key. But the loot is 10 times better on PvE than it is on PvP, so I wouldn't say it's 20 million better, but I'd say like 10 million would be a good value. Am I in the right building? Oh, wait, what? I ran out of this key. Hey, who remembers what key this is? Oh, no, we're just in the wrong building. Okay. kitty cats. Gameplay lagging for you? No. Is it laggy on the stream? I mean, it's not really I mean, like, slight lag on my phone. I think I'm having some computers with my stream, some issues with my stream PC, and I don't know what's going on with it, but yeah, I see it a little bit. I wonder if there was an update with Elgato. Let me see. I bet you there was. Yeah, there was. Alright, after this game, I'll hop off the stream and I'll fix it. Update it. Shit.
Не обижу, выходи!
Hey, thanks for the follow, man. No one's watching on